August favorites. Sorry, I'm like all over the place right now. It's been a pretty long day for me already. I've been out of the house for like 4 hours already. I actually just came back home to film my favorites video, and then I'm gonna go to my boyfriend's house. So I've had a hectic morning. I had to go stop by work to tell my work friends about something that's going on. Then I had to go to the emergency clinic because I thought that there was something wrong with me. But it turns out that I am fine. So that's good too. I don't really want to share it on video, but if you guys want to like message me and ask me like what happened, feel free. And then I went to go get my nails done because I really wanted to get them done, and I am literally obsessed with these. These are definitely my first favorite. I wanted to get a butterfly design for like the longest time, so I got a butterfly on my ring finger because I always get it on the ring finger, and I'm literally obsessed. If you guys can't see it, I'm sorry. It looks so much better in person. I will also Snapchat it if you guys can't really see it, but in person, it looks so good. I am obsessed with it, so I couldn't wait to film with these new nails. So yeah, let's jump into some makeup favorites. Honestly, I don't have too many makeup favorites. I know I say that all the time, and I feel like my blush is kind of fading right now, but I didn't really feel like touching up my makeup again. I've had it on since like 11 this morning. And then I kind of want to mention just some fashion favorites as well at the end of the video. So yeah, let's just jump into, let's just start with primers because I did pick up 2 new primers this month and I ended up falling in love with them. So the first one I wanted to mention is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. You guys know that I've picked up this primer in the past. I think I've used up this primer, I think twice before, maybe only once. But I know I've definitely used it up once before. So I decided to pick it up again. I wanted to get a couple of new primers because honestly, I'm like running low on all of my primers that I have right now. That I was like, you know what, let me just go pick up like a couple that I know that are a little bit less expensive than most other ones. So I went and picked up this one, and this is just such a smoothing, nice, nourishing primer for the skin. When you put on your foundation, it just goes on so smoothly. That's why it's called the Mineral Infused Face Primer. It's just so nice. I love it. It just feels so good on your skin when you put it on, and I've been using this like nonstop since I got it, and I love it. And then the other one that I really do love, this was a newer primer to me. I've never tried this one before. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer, and this is the dewy version. I thought that I was just going to pick up like the cream version again because that's usually the one that I use. But I went and picked up this one because I couldn't find the cream version in my CVS. So I got this one and I really like it. It's really moisturizing on the skin. It makes your skin so hella dewy and beautiful and very moisturizing, and if foundation looks great on top of it, I really don't have any complaints about either of these. I think they're both fantastic. So been loving both of those. And then speaking of foundation, let's just talk about these two. And I think you guys already know which ones I'm going to mention, but honestly, I fell in love with both of these. Like literally right after I had tried them, I'm like, these are both bomb foundations. So the first one that I'm pretty sure everyone is talking about is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, and this one is in the shade 110C. This is just so nice and lovely on the skin. Honestly, I freaking love it. It doesn't have like too full coverage, but it covers beautifully on the skin. And every time I wear it, I just think my skin looks so perfect. It's not like super full coverage and mask-like, and it's definitely not light coverage. It's just a beautiful medium coverage, and I freaking love it. My skin just looks so gorgeous when I wear it. It lasts a pretty long time on the skin. I haven't really noticed it breaking up that much at all. I just noticed I start to get a little bit of texture over here over the course of like a few hours, but I haven't really seen it like break down too much. Granted, I haven't really worn it for like a full day. I only really wear it for work, so I'm not like in the heat or like in like New York City, like sweating my butt off, so I'm not really sure like how long it lasts for that, but for what I've been wearing it for, I love it. It's beautiful on the skin. I can't stop wearing it. I've worn it like 5 or 6 times now, and honestly, I love it so much. I mean, I am wearing a different foundation today. I've been trying to rotate other foundations and other products in my collection, but honestly, I've been wearing this since I've gotten it, and I love it so much. So this is great. Honestly, love it, and the reviews definitely are I've heard mostly positive reviews about this. Some were not that great because a lot of people were comparing it to the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation, and a lot of people said that that one was better. But I wanted to try this one over that one because honestly, I didn't have the best experience with the older matte one, but now I'm like dying to try that one, and I also really want to try the Urban Decay one. So, but I wanted to just start off with two new ones for now because I was like, I don't need four new foundations, especially high end. And I definitely have no regrets picking this up. I freaking love it. It's beautiful. And then the other one, of course, is the Milk Makeup Flex Foundation Stick. And I have mine in the shade Cream. And this is what the packaging looks like. It's really beautiful white packaging. You guys know how much I love Milk's packaging. I just love how different it is. I really love this stick foundation as well. I think this is becoming like one of my favorite stick foundations as well. I think I love it just as much as the Bare Minerals foundation. It still has like a hydrating feel to it. It's not as hydrating as the Bare Minerals one, but this one is a lot more matte, I find, than the Bare Minerals one, but it's not drying whatsoever. It dries really quickly as soon as you blend it in, and it just looks beautiful. It looks really healthy. It's definitely not full coverage. I would say like light to medium buildable coverage. I do find I have to build it up a little bit more, but it still looks gorgeous, like just with one layer. But even with two layers, like this doesn't look cakey or heavy at all. And I really love it. It smells really good. I feel like, again, it has like I feel like it smells like skincare. And I just feel like it feels good when you put it on, and I've just been loving it. I've been using this for morning shifts a lot because you guys know I love using stick foundations for morning shifts because they're just a lot easier just to throw on, and you're good to go and you're out the door. And yeah, have no complaints about this either. I freaking love both of these. So, been loving both of those. So, I definitely recommend either one if you guys were interested in either of those. And then two concealers. Of course, the first one I want to mention is the, excuse me, is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. And I have mine in the shade 10NN. And honestly, this concealer is really, really nice. I really, really like it. I don't think I love it as much as my original Urban Decay Naked Skin. But I do think it has pretty much almost the same kind of coverage as the Urban Decay All Nighter. This one has a lot of intense coverage. It's very brightening underneath the eyes, which I really love. And it blends out beautifully, and it doesn't really crease that much on me. I find that since I've been moisturizing underneath my eyes a lot more often now that it hasn't really been dry or creased. I do find that this one can get a little bit drying underneath the eyes, so just make sure that your eyes are moisturized the night before, even like before you put it on, because I do notice it can get very dry, and it's a little bit harder to blend out, but once you blend it out, it's beautiful. So, and it does have more of a matte feeling to it, more so than the original Naked Skin concealer, but I still really have been liking it. So again, I am a huge Urban Decay concealer fan. I think that every concealer that I've tried from them is amazing, and I've definitely tried the most high-end concealers from them, and I can say that I love all three of them. So this one is definitely a really good one as well. It makes me very intrigued to try the foundation, so I'm not sure I'm going to try it or not. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll obviously haul it if I do. And then the other concealer that I wanted to mention is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. I really like this one as well. I do find that this one's a little bit more hydrating than this one. I feel like this one you have to layer a little bit. I actually thought that this was going to be pretty full coverage when I first got it. But I do find I have to layer it more. I feel like this shade is a little bit too neutral for me, but I do like that because sometimes I don't like a super brightening effect that this one gives. Like sometimes it looks stark white underneath my eyes, and sometimes I'm into that and sometimes I'm not. So that's why I like reaching for this one. This one has beautiful coverage as well, and I really have been enjoying it. And I think that it covers beautifully, and I think it blends out easier than this one. But again, I do feel like you have to build this one up a little bit more. But other than that, it's beautiful. So yeah, I love those as well. So that is it for like complexion kind of products. And then I just wanted to mention one mascara. I think you guys know which one I'm going to talk about. This one I've just been obsessed with this whole month. This is the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. Oh my god, this mascara is amazing. I love it. It's just so lengthening. It makes your lashes so long and so beautiful and so voluminous. I have been obsessed with this mascara. I've been using it almost every single day. The only time I use a different mascara is my Wet n Wild one, which I'm wearing today. Because again, when I wear more neutral looks, I like wearing my Wet n Wild mascara. But this one is amazing. If you guys were thinking about like splurging on a mascara recently, I mean, usually most high-end mascaras I do end up loving, like the Dior Show, the Giorgio Armani mascara. Those are both amazing. But this one I feel like is definitely more lengthening than both of those. It's just so good, and I'm so glad I got it during the sale for a discount because like I've said, Hourglass products are like an arm and a leg, so I've been loving this one as well. So that is it for that. Now let's talk about eyeshadows since I did just mention a mascara. So the two palettes I pretty much have been using all month, and I've been using these pretty much over every other palette, are my ColourPop 9-pan palettes. The first one I wanted to mention, of course, is the Honey palette. You guys have seen me do a couple of looks with this one recently, and you guys did also see that I had the honeybee nails to match the palette when I got it. I'm so glad that it worked out. That was like perfect timing. I'm like so happy about that. I'm just checking how my lips look. I think my lips look actually totally fine. And I've just been loving it. I know it's just a basic yellow palette, but honestly, I mean that these colors are just so pretty. It's not my all-time favorite palette, but I'm such a sucker for gold that I was like, I need this in my collection. Um, I felt like I didn't really have too many yellow tones in my collection. And also, oh my god, I almost dropped it. Ever since I picked up this, I just feel like I've been loving the looks that I've been creating with it. I've been loving like yellow tone looks. I've been wearing like so many yellow outfits, and I've just been feeling yellow like for the past um, month of August, and I feel like it's just been such a fun color to do for the month of August. And then in July, I was doing a ton of sunset looks with the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. So for August, I really was loving yellow themed looks, and yeah. So my favorite shades are Dandy and Queen Bee. They're just such beautiful, like, metallic shades. You guys know how much I love ColourPop's metallic formula. They're just amazing. So beautiful. And the mattes in here, I think that Totally Buggin' is beautiful, and Sweet Spot is also, it's a really, really good yellow. I think they did a really good job with this matte yellow shade, because obviously if this one wasn't a hit, I feel like the other ones would kind of be duds, because like this is obviously the main focus of the palette since it's a bright yellow shade. So that one is Sweet Spot, and that one is Totally Buggin'. Some of the other mattes, I feel like you have to work with them a lot more. I also like Stinger as well. But I would say out of the whole palette, I think only about 7 of the 9 shades are hits for me. I think out of all of the shades, I think that these 7 shades are really, really nice. The first 2 rows and this shade here, I feel like these 2 shades are a little bit hard to work with. This one I really do like in the crease, but if I use it as like a defining shade, I just find it kind of is very dry and hard to blend. And then Buzzkill is very, very hard to use as an outer corner shade. I feel like it doesn't really show up too well, and it kind of muddies up a little bit on the outer corners, so I always feel like I have to grab like Cloud 9 from ColourPop, which is one of my singles, and deepen up the outer V because I feel like this one isn't really enough sometimes. I still like it. I like the yellowish kind of brown it is, but I feel like it doesn't really intensify the outer corner as much as I would like it to, so I usually always have to go in with like a darker brown. And the Palooza is gorgeous. I've used that on my lid before. And Sunburst is a beautiful duochrome shimmery shade. So yeah, would I say this is an absolute necessity in your collection? Probably not. I would say though, if you are an avid collector of these, I would just really look at the color schemes first. I feel like the color schemes of like the Peach palette and the Strawberry Shake palette, I was just like, they're kind of just like throwing shades together. Like the Peach palette's not really even peach themed, honestly. There's like one peach shade in there, and then the rest of them are all like sparkly pressed glitters. I was just kind of like not feeling it. I feel like this one was a lot more cohesive, has a lot more of like a monochromatic type of vibe to it, and I think that the color scheme worked for this palette. I know some people have mixed reviews about this palette, but I think overall they did a pretty good job about the color scheme of this one. So that's why I was really interested in that one. And then the other one that I've been grabbing a ton, I mean, you guys already know I love this palette, is the ColourPop Main Squeeze palette. These are the only two 9-pan palettes that I own from ColourPop. It's just because I was obsessed with the honeybee theme, and then I was like obsessed with the watermelon theme when they came out with it, and I was like, I need that palette. It's just so pretty. And I just thought that these colors, again, were beautiful together, and I just think that they really worked. After using them more, I really felt that these like worked really nice and cohesively together. So I did do a couple of looks with this palette as well this past month, and I forgot how much I love it. I didn't use it as much last month because I was using the Natasha Denona palette and the Lion King palette like almost every day. And then the past couple of weeks I was using the Honey palette. I'm like, Honey palette like almost every day because I wanted to test out all the colors. But these are just some of the swatches. This one is Maraschino, this one is Baywatch, and this one is Like It's Hot. Again, beautiful shimmer shades as always. I love the shimmer shades from ColourPop. I can't get enough of them. And then this one is the Matte Red, which is a gorgeous matte red. I love it. I also love Home Slice, which is a gorgeous shimmery red. Oh my god, I'm like obsessed with that one. That one is so pretty as well. I thought I brought a tissue in here, but I guess not. So great. But yeah, I'm in love with this palette. You guys know that I mentioned this like a couple months back, and I still wanted to whip it out and use it before the summertime is over, since I feel like this is such a summer palette. Every time I wear it though, my mom is like, I'm not a fan of that red on your eyes, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, I just love it. I think red looks so cool on the eyes. And then of course, the last one I wanted to mention, eyeshadow palette wise, is the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. I used this palette quite a bit again this past month. I just freaking love this palette. It's so beautiful. So as you guys can see, I've been using and abusing this palette. It's just so stunning. Like, the mattes are gorgeous. The shimmer shades are gorgeous. I feel like every shade is just beautiful. They're very easy to work with and very blendable. And I feel like they just blend seamlessly into each other. They're a little bit easier to work with than the ColourPop palettes. I feel like, again, the mattes in these 9-pan palettes are a little bit drier in formula as compared to the ones that are like the 12-pan palettes. I feel like those ones are a little bit softer, maybe just to keep them a little bit longer for longevity reasons. Maybe that's why they're a little bit drier. But I do find those are a little bit harder to blend. But of course, again, these are a little bit more of a higher end formula. And they're just beautiful. Again, I've been using Agate a ton. But I just freaking love this gold. It's such a beautiful gold. It's like my color. That's like my absolute favorite lid shade to wear ever. And then Dayspring, of course, is amazing. It's such a beautiful bronze, and it's, oh my god, I love it. It's just, look at that reflection. Like, come on, like, they glow like nothing else. They're so pretty. And then I was using, again, the whole reason why I got the Honey palette was because I was using Citrine so damn much this month and last month. That was like the main focus of most of my looks, was that yellow, and I just became obsessed with that color. I was like, I need a yellow palette in my life, so I got that one. But yeah, I don't really have to swatch all of these. I've done a ton of looks on, I've done quite a few looks with this palette on my channel, so if you guys want to check that out. I almost closed the palette on my thumb, but yeah, I just love it. If you guys were interested in Natasha Denona palettes, this is the one to go with, because this is definitely a lot easier on your wallet price wise, since this one is $65 over the ridiculous $130 price tag that her palettes usually are. I think it's obscene how expensive they are. Alright, so now we're just going to talk about a couple of bronzers. The one I've just been obsessed with this month, and I've mentioned before, and I just want to mention again, is the Thrive Cosmetics Blur and Sculpt Bronzing Powder in the shade Rhea. I've just been using this a ton this month. Usually for me, once I start using a bronzer again, I'm like, maybe I should switch up my bronzer and use another one. Then I end up using it for like weeks, and then I don't use another bronzer for weeks. So this is the one I was reaching for a ton. I just love it. It's so beautiful and buttery. It's one of my all-time favorite bronzers. I just love it. Thrive Cosmetics formula is so beautiful and buttery and smooth. If you guys haven't tried Thrive Cosmetics, you definitely should. Their powder products are phenomenal. You guys know I love the blurring powder. It's my absolute favorite. I use it like every day of my life. It's amazing. So I love that bronzer as well. And then the other bronzer I've been using a ton this month is the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Instant Warm Bronzer in the shade Into Sun. I grew to love this. I felt like before I didn't really love it. Honestly, it's kind of very similar to like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer that everybody loves. That's what I feel. I know that Andrea Mattiliano kind of doesn't like the undertone of this. She said that it's like super brown on her skin and she's not like a big fan of it. But for me, I really like it. I like that it's very light. I like that it's kind of buildable. And before, I felt like it wasn't really worth it because I was like, you know, where's the bronze? But honestly, I'm like into like that cooler tone kind of color for bronzer now. Where the heck did I just swatch that? Oh, it's up here. It's like super light. But I like that it's kind of like glowy and light on my skin. For me, since I have very fair skin, I like that it's more buildable and I like that it's not that orange and I like that it's a light bronze rather than something that's like super pigmented and intense. So I don't know. I ended up growing to love it and now I use it like all the time this past month. I've been loving it. So that is it for bronzers. Now let's just mention literally one blush because the other blush that I picked up this past month, I actually did not even try it yet. I haven't worn a pink look these last couple of weeks, so I haven't been able to try that Strawberry Shake pink blush yet, but I have been able to use the ColourPop blush sticks blush, and I actually really like this. It's really nice on the skin. It's very pretty and corally, and it's a beautiful, like, intense orangey coral shade, and I really love it. I love how it blends out. Let me just blend it out a little bit for you guys. It just blends out into a really pretty peachy color. And I really like it. I really have been liking to experiment with cream products more this past month. And I have been wearing it quite a bit. And I really like how it looks on the cheeks. It's a very pretty color. And then the, might as well segue right into highlighters. The ColourPop sticks in the light highlighter. They're just called the ColourPop Sticks Light. This is the blush and this is the light. So this is obviously the highlighter. The blush shade is called Under Pressure, and then this one is called Bullseye. Like I said, I got this in the Orange You Glad trio. Trio. And this is really gorgeous, the highlighter. As you guys can see, it's really pretty. It looks very wet. It is a little bit hard to work with on the skin, but if you just like put it on and dab it, like honestly, I could put on a little bit over the one that I'm wearing today. Because I could intensify it a little bit. So I could just take my finger and literally just tap it right here. And it kind of just adds a little bit more intensity. And I think that looks so pretty. And that's mostly what I've been doing with it. Is kind of just lightly tapping it on the skin. And then I'll just like blend it out with a brush. But it also looks really pretty just like that. That added like so much intensity to what I was wearing already. So that's how I've been using it, and I think it's really gorgeous. The first time I used it, obviously, like, I kind of failed, like, on camera when I used both of these because I wasn't sure how to use them. But I kind of just wanted to experiment first on how to use them before I, like, looked up, how to use them online. But honestly, I think that the highlight is really gorgeous. So I learned to love the highlight just as much as the blush. And then two more highlighters I wanted to mention. I've been obsessed with this highlighter, you guys. This is so beautiful on the skin. This is the Milk Makeup Flex Highlighter in the shade Iced. Honestly, after the first time I tried this, I fell in love with it. It is so stunning on the skin, you guys. It's such a beautiful gold color. And it just looks, it's just a beautiful buttery formula. I know it's like not anything like super duper unique because you know the shades aren't like anything really like that crazy, and honestly when you swatch it it's not even like that blinding, but once you put it on your face it is so beautiful on the skin. It just reflects gorgeously. It's kind of just like um, a beautiful sheen. It's not like too glittery, and it's just so pretty. I freaking love it. If you guys, again, were thinking about picking this up, at least pick up one shade because I think that these are beautiful on the skin. So I have been loving this. And then I just wanted to mention the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Illuminati. I've also been loving this as well. Let me see if I can give it a little swatcheroonie without making a total freaking mess. I'm just trying to, yeah. Oh, that's pretty. And this is so stunning on the skin, you guys. Again, it's a little bit more finely milled and a little bit more glittery. The glitters are a little bit smaller in this one rather than the Anastasia ones. You guys know how much I love the Anastasia ones, but this one is very pretty as well. I don't love it as much as the Anastasia one, to be honest. Like, the Anastasia one is just, like, so beautiful to me, but it is really nice, and I do really like it, so I have been using this a ton this month as well. I've been, like, layering it with other highlighters, and I've been wearing it on its own, and it's really beautiful and intense. Sorry, my boyfriend just texted me. Okay, sorry. I got a couple of text messages. Okay, so that is it for highlights. Now we're just going to talk about a couple of lip products. Literally, I have 3 lip products because these were like the only ones I picked up recently. I've just been trying to not like overwhelm myself with new products, really give them a chance rather than like buying like a million new products. But I can't get enough of these ColourPop Just a Tint lip crayons. I'm wearing one of them today. These have just been living in my purse. I love them so much. So the 2 shades that I have are Rise and Shine and Z Boys. I'm wearing Z Boys on my lips today, and they are just so good. They're so good. They're just so nice and light on the lips, and they're just so moisturizing, and I absolutely love the peach scent that they have, and they're just so pretty on the lips. So the first one is Z Boys, which is this one here, and then the other one is, no, this one is Rise and Shine, and this one is Z Boys. So beautiful and light on the lips. I love them for like really light makeup days. They're just gorgeous. Really have been loving those. So if you guys are looking for like super light lip products, those are beautiful. And then one gloss is the So Juicy Plumping Gloss in the shade She's Here, which is also by ColourPop. And I really have been getting used to like plumping lip glosses because honestly, like, I wasn't really a fan of them before. And now since I wear this a little bit more often, I really like the glossy effect that it gives to the lips, and I really have been loving that as well. So yeah, that's it for the makeup products. Now let's get into a couple of non-makeup products, and I have to go. I'm freaking starving. I didn't really eat that much besides breakfast today. I had like a snack at the emergency clinic while I was waiting to be seen, and then I haven't really had anything else. So the one skincare product is the Ole Henriksen Transform Sheer Transforming Perfecting Moisturizer. I got this in my little set that I got from the VIB sale, and oh my god, this moisturizer is so amazing. Like, I'm almost inclined on picking up the bigger size, which is only $12, by the way, which I think I'm going to start switching to this moisturizer. I freaking love it. It's so light on the skin. It feels like almost mousse-like, and it just feels amazing. So I think I might start picking up this moisturizer over the CeraVe one. And it's honestly a little bit cheaper buying it for the $12 rather than buying my CeraVe one for like $17 at CVS. I have been absolutely obsessed with this. It's so beautiful, and I love how it feels on the skin. And then one fragrance favorite, like I told you guys, I did pick this up at Costco, and I've been loving it. I just sprayed it again recently, a little bit ago, and it smells so good on the skin. This is the Valentino Donna perfume. I love the bottle, and I just think it's just smells so beautiful, flirty, and feminine. And I just have been wearing this every single day ever since I've gotten it. I haven't been wearing any other fragrance, and I really do love it. So it's beautiful. And then just a couple of clothing and accessory favorites. So I do have a couple pairs of denim from Lucky. The first one, I did share these with you guys in my haul video, and I've been loving these this month. These are the Distressed Fringe Charlie Skinnies, and they have like distressing on the knees, and they have distressing on the bottom. They're super comfortable. I've been loving these. I've been wearing them with like a tank top, and then I've been wearing like something over it, like a white button-down shirt, and that's how I've been wearing them, and I've been absolutely in love with these. They're so freaking comfortable. Honestly, I'm thinking about changing into these because it's kind of really cold out tonight, but I wanted to wear this skirt today because I haven't worn it all summer, so I wanted to give that a chance. But I absolutely love those. And then the other ones, which I actually didn't haul for you guys because I got them after I had recorded that haul video. I'm obsessed with these jeans, and I'll show you guys them a little bit more up close since I didn't haul them. These are such adorable distressed jeans. I found these a little bit ago at Lucky, and I'm literally obsessed with them. These are really old Bridget skinnies, which are high-rise, and they are so freaking cute. I love them. They're so freaking comfortable. Like, holy shit, they're so comfy. I love them. My mom, like, hates these. She's like, I don't know why you paid money for such distressed jeans, but I'm like, I'm obsessed with them. I just love them. I've been wearing them, like, with everything, with, like, button-down t-shirts. I wore them with my kimono and a black cami, so you could actually see the high-rise, and they're so flattering, and I just love, they're so freaking comfortable, and that's the back of them. I'm obsessed. And I got these in a 10 because usually for high-rise I size up because they're too tight, and an 8 for me. And then the last pair of pants I wanted to show you guys, I did get these from my mom for my birthday. Like I told you guys, we did order a pair of cargo pants online, and we did use like my 15% off that I get for my birthday. And these are green cargo pants, and these are what they look like. They have pockets on the sides, and then they're like, more tight on the bottom. They have like elastic on the bottom, and then the back they have the same kind of pockets with little buttons, and these are super comfy. I freaking love them. I've worn them a couple of times already, and I love how comfy these are. They're so easy just to throw on for every day, and I've been loving these, and these are in a 6. And then the last two products I have are both accessories. So the first one is this handbag that my mom got for me recently from Bloomingdale's, and we only paid $60 for this. It was originally $300, but she got it for me at $60, and this is such a cute crossbody by Marc Jacobs. I freaking love it. It's such a pretty lavender color. I think that I was inspired by this color to get lavender nails, but not really. I've been having this on my mind for the lavender nails for quite a while, but I'm obsessed with this. It has this beautiful clasp in the front, and it has this little locket, which I'm literally obsessed with. And then the back has like this really nice front pocket, and then on the inside it has 2 split compartments, which I really like, so I can fit a ton of stuff in here. Like I put my wallet on this side, and I put like makeup and like my sunglasses on this side, and then in the middle I can put like change or whatever, like stuff that I'm like worried about losing, which I haven't used that compartment yet, but I'll just show you guys what it looks like on. So I'm usually wearing it like this on the side, but you can also wear it as like, you know, a crossbody like this, and I'm literally obsessed with the color. I just thought it was so pretty when I found it, and every time I go with my mom, I'm always looking for like a new Kate Spade bag, but I always end up getting a Marc Jacobs bag or an older Michael Kors bag, because they end up always like being the ones that I always use all the time. Like I love crossbodies. I still haven't found a new Kate Spade bag that I really do love. Like I still have my really, really old Kate Spade bags that like you can't really find anymore. And then the last thing I wanted to mention are a pair of sandals. I think I shared these in my haul, and I've been absolutely obsessed with them. I've been wearing them so much. These are the Michael Kors sandals that I got, my mom got for me. These were so cheap too. They were like 20 for her. because they were doing a sale as well for employees. And I just love the color and I think they're so cute and I love the chain. I've been wearing these like to spice up like a white shirt and jeans, and I've been wearing colored shoes. Think that's such a cute look. And I've also been wearing them with like my orange tank top from Lucky, and I've just been obsessed with them. All right, I need to go because I am starving. So I love you guys. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. Let me know what your favorite products were this past month, and let me know if you guys have tried any of these and what your thoughts are on them. I love you guys. Bye.